what's going on, everyone? It's me, Juan Carlito Mendoza, and I want to thank you for checking out this lesson. In this lesson, we're going to be learning a fun groove that I posted on my Instagram page. If you're not following my Instagram page, you can follow it here. And if you're ready to get to work, let's go. Alright, so before I play this groove, what I want to do is I want to break this down systematically. So let's look at the first beat. The first beat is just a double stroke roll. Right, right, left, left. But we're going to accent the last left hand. So we have this. Again, ready, go, and. Alright, now the key to get that accent is actually the third note. The third note is ghost noted. However, that ghost note has to be prepped. So we have the ghost note, we're going to lift our wrist, and then that's going to give us the momentum to play the accent on the of one. So notice, up, down. Alright, also notice on the E, I'm pushing it a little bit on the hi-hat. I'm not really accenting, I'm not doing this. What I'm doing is I'm just giving it a little inflection. So the first beat one more time. Alright, so now let's look at beats 2 and 3. If you notice, it's the same exact thing. We have 2E and 3E and the left hand is going to be ghost noted, so it's going to be soft. Again, I'm still giving that inflection on the E's on the hi-hat. Okay, so far the first 3 beats we have ready, go, and. Alright, now let's look at beat 4. Beat 4, we start with both hands. The next note is going to be accented on the hi-hat. Actually, more inflection. Remember, it's not really accent, so. And then the last 2 notes are going to be ghost noted with the left hand. So we have. Alright, so now let's play just the hands. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Alright, so now let's add the bass drum. The bass drum we're going to play on the downbeat of 1, then we'll have a rest on 2, but then we'll play on the E, and then the of 2, then we're going to play beat 3, the of 3, and then we rest on 4. It's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, so now let's put both parts together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so now let's hear this with a click at 70 BPMs, at 90 BPMs, and 110 BPMs. Alright, so now let's check out funk groove variation 1. If you notice, the first measure is the same exact thing that we just played. The second measure, it's almost the same exact thing, except on beat 4, we start changing things up a little bit. So let's look at beat 4. So on beat 4, we start with both hands together. Then the next note is going to be on the hi-hat again, but we're going to open up the hi-hat. Okay? And the last two notes are going to be ghost noted on the snare drum. So now let's isolate that. Ready? Go. Alright, so here's the whole groove together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, so now let's listen to this groove at 70 BPMs, 90 BPMs, and 110 BPMs. Alright, so now let's check out variation 2. If you notice in the first measure, we're going to do the same exact thing we've been playing. However, on beat 4, we're going to change it up a little bit. So let's look at that. So if you notice, on beat 4, we play both hands together. Then we're going to play the hi-hat with the right hand. Then, this is where things change. We're going to sweep the left hand underneath the hi-hat. Notice I am not going out. Don't do this. This is going to be less efficient. So I want you to sneak that left hand underneath that right hand. And then the last thing we're going to do is, this is going to set you up for the last note, which is going to be an accented snare drum. And all you got to do is just slide that left hand down. Okay, so we have this. And the second measure is the same exact measure that we played in variation 1. So let's play it together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, so now let's check out this variation at 70 BPMs, 90 BPMs, and 110 BPMs. So hopefully you dug that lesson, and if you got something out of it, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you want more lesson materials, you can check out carlitomendoza.com, and all the notation that I posted on the actual video was provided by fasterhands.com. Might want to check that out. All right, guys, I'll see you next time.